Hello and welcome to the fourth round of Sunday Night Race Club. We are here at the Sochi Autodromo for a fantastic 50% race around what is arguably a decent track. It's going to be good fun. I can definitely tell you that it's going to be good fun. I'm just going to set up the screen for everybody to enjoy the action today. We have 18 drivers lining up on the grid. It's just myself tonight. Unfortunately, my broadcast colleague has fallen unwell, so he won't be joining us this week. Hopefully, we can have him next week, though. Just get all this on board for you guys, and then we will get on the go. There we go, guys. And that should be everything set up for the stream so you can see it. Had a little glitch with everything that was setting itself up, but we are here now. SNRC Smithy is out hard at the moment. He's just wanting to set himself up for a good lap. Smithy was battling all the way through last week with Grimmy 9702 at the Vietnam Grand Prix. Both drivers being very strong around that track. This is our Champions League of the Sunday Night Race Club, so these are considerably our fastest drivers on the circuit. We'll just see who will come across the line first to start their lap. I think it's going to be AMG Reckless. He's been a little bit unlucky this season not to start off with any massive results that would mean too much to him, but we will have a lot more. Sector 3's backing up a little bit. But there we go, AMG Reckless. We'll jump on board with him for a lap. Very nice apex into T1 and 2. He's now going to follow the inside line. Really nicely done through there. You see, he had a little bit of scrub on the tires, but he's going to try and avoid that coming through into Sector 2 now. Yeah, you can eat quite a lot of that curb on the inside there, but he's just took a little too much, it seems, and he's run himself into the wall. Don't know what's going on with my internet, but we'll just hope that that dies off and we don't have any issues. Hello? What is going on? This is great. What is going on today? I do apologize, chat, for the laggy screen. It's confusing me. This is not going too well. If you give me a second, chat, we'll get this sorted out. We'll have it all sorted out and ready to go. I don't know what is deciding to happen, because my PC was literally just restarted before anything was going down. So just another small technical difficulty, and then we'll be back up and running again. Hopefully. I test stream it quickly. And we'll have it all set up to go. But I can tell you now that at the top of the timing at the moment is SNRC Jim on a 131.389. GJ Dizzle on a 131.552. and SNRC Jeremy on a 1:31.566. Right now, SNRC Mo 1:32.8 he's posted. Bird 87 a 1:32.9 from him, so he's not necessarily doing the best of times out there in his Alpha Tauri. But most drivers being in the 1:31s and 1:32s. One driver, Lord Ricaz, in a 1:33.599. I can see him wanting to be a little bit higher than that. I'm just going to try and do a running commentary of what I can see at the moment for you while I'm waiting for the stream to come back alive for me. While we set this all going, I should be able to get it all working again. So let's just hope and pray. There we go, chat. So you can see everything that's going on in the chat right now. Lord Ricaz is still out there at the moment. He is our slowest driver at the moment by about 0.6 of a second. He's going to dive into the pits for our first set. He is on medium tyres. So we'll just see right now, Grimmy has went a 1:33.741 and Smithy a 1:30.885. So these drivers not having any smack from each other. They're very close. These two have been battling out all season. I can see this going right down to the line today with these guys. And Parker has decided to join in on a 1:30.899 as well. So again, these three drivers all high up there in the SNRC listings at the moment, and these guys are flying through. So now we can see on board with EXO, he's out on track. EXO hasn't set a lap time yet, so this will probably be his first time out on track. I haven't seen him hop out of the pits yet, so nice to see him join us around the Sochi Autodrome. Reckless goes a 1:30.468 to go fastest today in the Russian Grand Prix. Let's see if any of the guys can match that, as Grimmy is now on his outlap. Whether it's going to be a response from Grimmy or not. But Reckless has done it on the soft tyre, so he is going to just wait for a little bit to get going. But Cody is coming across the line with an invalidated lap time. Lord NL has not completed qualifying. I wonder if that's just a little bit of an issue there. And Hoonigan still on for a lap time at the moment as he comes through the final few complexes in Sector 3. And around the second to last corner, really nicely done. And round the last corner as well, really nicely done as well. So let's see what time he ends up putting on the board. It's a 1:33.9, so he's very tentative with his pink racing point around the Sochi Autodrome today. His teammate, I don't think he is here. So he is, Hoonigan is the only driver right now for the BWT Racing point. EXO still to set a time, and so is Cody. They're the only two drivers that haven't set a time yet. And literally at the end there, Exo just makes a mess of it. It's very unfortunate from him. He's going to have to try and get back to the pits, get a fresh set, and try to go again. Unless he does do anything else this lap just so he can get a time on the board. Now he's just gonna prioritize trying to get back to the pits, which is probably the best idea for him. Want to start the race on some sort of pressure rubber if he gets into the top 10. We'll see where everybody else is. We'll dive all the way up. We'll go and see what Grimmy's doing. He's just went fastest in Sector 1. He is going through Sector 2 now. It's going to be a bit difficult for some drivers on the wheel, as he's doing very well to keep the car controlled through these sectors. He's really not using all the bollard, which is maybe a good thing for him, as he's not taking any bumps. Reckless, however, is sitting in the pit lane, trying to see if anybody else can match that time. I can just see him being very happy with the time that he set on the board, but Grimmy looks like he is going to break it. He's just went fastest in Sector 2 as well. So we'll just see where everything goes. SNRC Smithy, a 130.331. So that's already Reckless off the top. But I think Grimmy is going to be around here too. Let's see what he does. Oh, that's very close. A 130.338 for Grimmy 9702. They're very much close together there. That is 7 1/1000ths of a second apart across the line. These guys are just neck and neck for that title. As we have a look now, let's go down the grid. We've got 5 drivers that are in the 130s. The rest are within the 131s to 133 margin. Still Exo and Cody not to set a time on the board just yet. Again, nice use of his brakes there as we're watching. We shouldn't really watch any of these ones, but Reckless hasn't decided to come back out yet, so I wonder if he just knows that that's as fast as he's going to get. It looks like Alex is still on for a lap. Makes a little bit of a switch change there, going into that corner. I wonder if that was just a bit of an awkward angle. Yeah, he's going to dive into the pit lane. Jim just in front of him. Jeremy is just waiting to start his lap. Let's see, Mo is there as well, 131.283. He needs to try, he knows, I reckon, that he can go a sub 131, so he's just going to probably get a fresh set and try it again. That would be him sorted. If he did that, he would easily start within the top 6 unless somebody else gets that time. A few of the drivers were in the Discord this week talking about a few different things that have been going on. And one thing that was coming up is one of the drivers decided that we're going to make an overtake of the week calendar, a 5 race, 5 overtake, just little set piece that can be put on the YouTube site. And yeah, it looks really good. I had a look at it earlier when I was at work and it looks fantastic. The guy who did it, fantastic job. Here we go, United Aura. He's a 132 dead pretty much at the moment. We'll just see where that's all going. Kieran 140. He's not too far off back of GJ Dizzle. I was actually assuming that GJ Dizzle would start a little bit further up than where he is at the moment. We'll see where that all comes in, as I think he is on for a decent lap time. His positioning on the track isn't necessarily the best there. You do a little bit more to maximize your time. 3 minutes left on the clock, and United Aura is out on track trying to set a time, and so is Exo. Exo is coming through into the end of Sector 2 now. Let's see what he ends up doing. Is he going to go faster? No, he's not. It would have popped up green, so either way, he is going to try and push. Really using the rumble strips is probably one of the best bets on here, on this track sometimes, to just get that extra second that you need. Very flowing from EXO, very good flow of the car. Nice control as well. He comes down, again using all the rumble strip on the outside line as he comes in the inside. Just makes it look so effortless through that sector. He's now coming round the second last corner now. Let's see what he manages to put on the board. It was a very smooth lap from him. And he puts himself 11th fastest, a 1:31.641. I'm sure he'll be happy with that. And we know, here we go, Reckless, Grimmy and Smithy all out on an outlap at the moment. A lot of the drivers just going to get one more lap in. Very interesting. Is Grimmy going to be able to take that pole position here at Sochi? We'll have to find out as he's coming through Sector 2 now into the DRS zone. Down this bendy straight as such. If you really tuck yourself into the wall, you get some good kind of aerodynamic slipstream as the wall. It's like in IndyCar and in NASCAR almost, where you don't get buffeted by the wind as much. See what he manages to do for Sector 3 in a second as he's coming around the final few complexes. He's going to start his lap. Here he goes. He has started his lap. Let's see what he manages to do. We'll have to jump in between him and Reckless because Reckless is just behind him. So we'll see what Grimmy manages to do through Sector 1. Then we'll jump on board with Reckless and see what he does through Sector 1. So Grimmy really holding that tight line around that Parabolica type S there. Really nicely done again. He's not having too much oversteer on the car. It's pretty solid. He doesn't go fastest in Sector 1 actually. But there he is. There it is. AMG Reckless goes fastest in Sector 1. Very nicely done from him. Smithy is coming through as well. He didn't seem to go fastest in Sector 1 there, but we will assume that because AMG Reckless took it. Grimmy's actually invalid his lap. But AMG Reckless is still on, so Grimmy is out of qualifying. He's not going to be able to get that pole position, but AMG Reckless is still on the table as he goes fastest through Sector 2. What does Smithy manage to do now? As he goes fastest through Sector 2, it's going to be to the line with these two drivers. We'll jump to Reckless right now, who is coming through the second to last corner, and now through the last corner. Let's see what he pulls out of the bag. There he is, a 1:30.152. As we see now, can Smithy match that or can he go faster? And he does, he goes a 1:29.92. Fantastic lap from him, puts him on pole position. AMG Reckless in second place and Grimmy 97.02. Just on third as TTM Rally goes a 1:30.340. 2 1,000ths of a second between those two drivers. That is going to be a close one, and they're going to be talking about that for the whole week. I can tell you that. Very well done from all the drivers in quali. They all managed to post a lap bar 2 drivers. Very nicely done indeed. One thing I will say is AMG Reckless was hunting down his first pole position start here at the SNRC, and he just got it stolen from him. from SNRC Smithy just at last minute in that Williams. Again, these drivers are very experienced, and yeah, there's nothing that you can say that will hamper their performance. I would say they're very strong drivers. And there we are, our first place starter for today in the pole position, SNRC Smithy. And there we go, that's our top 10. Smithy in first, second goes to Reckless in quali. In third goes Grimmy 9702, but within 0.02 of a second, Raleigh in the Ferrari takes fourth. In fifth is Alex. In sixth is Parker. In seventh we have Jim. In eighth we have GJ Dizzle. In ninth we have SNRC Jeremy. And in 10th we have SNRC Mole. That is your top 10 starting today. And you can see the other drivers just starting behind as well. I can definitely tell the drivers are going to be very happy with their performances today. And I can tell you now that no matter what happens, these drivers are going to fly around this track. And there's going to be a lot of battles going on as well for us to enjoy tonight. As Alex has left the game. That's not the best. We're just waiting for a second to get everybody sorted out, and we will be ready to race with you guys soon. So if you guys just give me a second, I shall hopefully be able to... That's not what I meant to do. Never mind. I'm just trying to adjust a few settings for everyone to enjoy. Streaming looks a lot more... Well, how do I put this? Better for everybody to enjoy. So we will just quickly tab to the SNRC logo screen, and we can just wait for a second until the racing starts. Racing should ensue by 30:30. So we've got a couple of minutes. I will put some music on for everybody to enjoy, and we will we'll be back with you very soon. Hello and welcome back to Sunday Night Race Club with myself, Andrew Gatton, for tonight's race. We're just going to hop to the screen as the drivers are just getting ready to go onto the grid. As we see now, we've only got 4 seconds to go and then we're ready to race. Looks like it's going to be a close one. A lot of the top 4-5 drivers are pretty much on the same time, which is pretty close, especially for this track. It's a bit cloudy, so I don't know what the weather is going to be like. We need to have that on, and full track map is on. We will also throw in for you guys the interval and make sure everybody sees everything that's going on. As we see SNRC Smithy now just getting his tyres nice and warm for his pole position start. AMG Reckless was literally just popped out of it. And Grimmy unfortunately didn't get a chance to set another lap as he invalid his lap that he was attempting. But as you say, SNRC Smithy really aggressively trying to set those tyres alight as the pack comes through Sector 2. Again, it doesn't look like the nicest of days here in Sochi, so I'm not too sure how the guys are going to manage this, because it could potentially start racing. It could potentially start raining halfway through the race, and that wouldn't be fun. As we see now, SNRC Smithy is now going to have to slow down and just wait for all the other guys before he goes onto his grid spot. But he is ready to go. And there we go. The other drivers are all getting ready to jump into their boxes for the start. We always start in the middle of the pack so we can get a good view of the start. We're just waiting for those 5 red lights. The game is just taking its sweet time to load up. And is waiting for everybody's game to sink in. But as you can see there at the bottom of the pack right now, the 2 Lord drivers, Lord Rikaz and Lord NL, will be starting at the back, and FRT Cody as well. So 2 Renault drivers just not having a good showing this year. And my game has crashed. I love that. That's fantastic. We shall be ready to go in a second. That is slightly irritating. But I shall join on Mr. Bird. Join the game. As he is also streaming today as well, so you can go and check him out. Just hoping that the game just puts me straight into the lobby again so I can just spectate. Probably missed the start, guys, so I do apologise about that. But the Formula 1 game, as you know, it's not necessarily the best. So we will hop in and join the lads as they're racing around Sochi. Well, let's see how this goes as we're loading in. And here we are, we're in. And Grimmy has managed to overtake both Reckless and him at the start, but there's damage on the floor. What happened on the start? As they're already on their second lap, and we missed out on all the drama on the first lap. Yeah, Reckless has really lost 2 positions there. We'll put that lap data on and get the full track map up for everybody to see. But yeah, A13X has had an incident and been smashed into. That was a Haas piece of end plate that was floating about on the track at that moment in time. But Smithy in second, Grimmy 9702 in first, TTM Rally running in third. I don't know what happened to Reckless, but I'm sure I will have a conversation with him later and find out what actually happened at the start. GJ Dizzle still chasing down Parker at that moment in time. There's your predicted pit stop strategy, soft to medium today. 27 laps of Sochi. Parker running up high at the moment in the order. He's currently P5 in that Red Bull Racing Aston Martin F1 car. GJ Dizzle just below him, very close together, as Jim is looking to try and go for a pass. Trying to get in that slipstream. Is he going to be close enough to make a lunge though? Protection from the inside for GJ Dizzle. He's really pushing Jim to the outside, really nicely defended there. And he makes a mistake. He runs wide, and that ends up giving the place to Jim, as GJ Dizzle probably just lifted off the brakes there a little too quick and rolled onto the position. But again, Jim now gaining position, but he's still there. GJ Dizzle still trying to have his foot in, but he's going to have to concede now. There's nothing he can do to get past. Really nicely done there from Jim. As Smithy is within DRS range of Grimmy 9702. Will he be able to drop that 1 second gap? I don't know if he is actually. Yeah, he does have that rear wing open, so he is gaining that time on Grimmy at the moment. Already a few lockups going through that sector. SNRC Smithy now is just closing in on Grimmy 9702, who I'm assuming just jumped him at the start. GJ Dizzle still not letting Jim get away though. As yes, GJ Dizzle does have DRS. He's going to try and dip to the inside, but he knows he's not close enough to make any sort of move. As he makes that mistake again, he hit the rumble strip on the left. That was very unlucky. As Hoonigan DNF'd. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to see what actually happened to Hoonigan because my game decided it was going to finish itself on me. And I've had to rejoin after lap 1 and didn't see anything that went on. And yeah, I know that A13X did get disconnected because I got disconnected at the same time as him. Lord Rikaz and Lord NL, both fighting their way through the order right now. They are up in 13th and 14th, working really close together. Same with Exo and Bird, both the Alpha Tauri drivers. And there he is. Smithy is literally on the back of Grimmy right now. Can he hold this through Sector 3 and then have him on the next DRS straight? TTM Rally just behind. As well, he's going to have a go on the DRS straight as well to try and catch up. But while Smithy has his DRS and his ERS deployed, literally all of it used on that straight, TTM Rally isn't going to be able to catch. Smithy really trying to catch up to the back of Grimmy, but Grimmy's just doing enough. He did run a little bit wider through there. He lost a lot of time actually to Smithy through that first sector. Let's see what happens at the end of the sector. Does Smithy go fastest? No, he doesn't. That's very interesting, because they were very close on times. Is Smithy going to be able to push and continue that long push that he had before? He's within that 0.5 margin. Will he be able to make anything of this? Because I don't think Grimmy has a good enough amount. As A13X has now crashed out of the race in Sector 3, will that bring out a safety car? It does. It brings out some sort of safety car, and that just standardizes all of the drivers. It's very unlucky, Hoonigan. Hopefully we see you again next week. I know how much of a pain that is. But we've got a full course caution right now as the drivers are getting ready to get the debris from A13X's car removed from the track. And Grimmy decides to dive into the pits. That is a very interesting strategy. I think a few drivers might take the time to hop into the pits. As SNRC Mo, I'm assuming got damage, is down in last place at the moment. Yeah, there we go. A few drivers not opting to go into the pits just yet, but Grimmy is now on, I do believe, that's medium tires. That's going to be interesting if he continues and just at a one-stop strategy now. He could be on for something weird and interesting. He's going to go 21 laps on the medium tires in 50% race, which would be quite interesting to do. He is out in 14th, so he's got a lot of work to do. He's going to have to just rely on pit stops for these guys so he can get back up. TTM Rally right now, currently in second place. And AMG Reckless is chasing him down, not too far behind now. These guys are just going to be battling out most of the race, so we'll just keep you guys informed and jump between all of the action here live on the Sunday Night Race Club. Again, my name is Andrew Gatton, and I'll be taking you through tonight's race. Really nicely done. Bumps a little bit of the curb on the inside. A lot of drivers tend to be bouncing over those curbs today. Now let's see what Reckless can do. He's got that DRS wide open. Is it going to be enough at the end of this straight? No, he's going to just dip right into the slipstream again. Oh, it did look like TTM Rally made a little bit of a mistake there going into that corner, and he's going to be at risk as Reckless is really pushing the car to the limiter again and again. Just trying to make sure he gains that time. Right now, AMG Reckless in third place. Parker's 3 seconds behind him at this point, so it's a 3-horse race at the front at the moment. But Jim on GJ Dizzle is not going to be easy either. So we're going to have a look at that. Jim is really trying to get past GJ. with everything he can, but it's going to be difficult. SNRC Jim pushing just a little bit more. That was quite an audacious line through there. I don't know if that's going to really help him at all. He's really lost about 200ths of a second. Sorry, not 200ths, 2/10 of a second. Oh, and here we go. We've got that glitch again. We'll just leave him to it. We'll watch from behind as GJ Dizzle is trying to keep that distance. And GJ Dizzle making a little bit of a lock up there as well. That's not going to be good for his tyres. But as you see, oh, that is a very good move on the inside by GJ Dizzle. He's actually had to make him go the long way round. But fantastic move there from SNRC Jim. He is now up into P5 after GJ Dizzle pushed him wide and actually made him have a 3-second penalty. So right now, technically, as it stands, SNRC Jim is still in 6th place. If he can gain a 3-second gap, that'll be perfect. TTM Rally right now, as they come up to the 2nd DRS zone, Reckless is going to have to make that move stick, as he did get passed into 2nd place. Will TTM Rally be able to catch up on the straight? He lost a lot of time through that last sector. He's trying to snap the car into place to get into the slipstream, diving into that corner with all his might. But right now, as it stands, it's still a bit of an awkward one for TTM Raleigh, as he is still stuck behind AMG Reckless after having that move made on him last lap. Both Exo and Bird right now battling for those final 2 points positions. Exo in 10th and Bird 87 is in 11th. United Aura right now is really struggling to keep up with the pack, and that is the AlphaTauri's job to try and remove him from the points so they can get up there. Smithy has now decided to pit to get some fresh rubber on his car. Let's see where he comes out. He's going to come out in 11th right now as it stands. Yes, he does. He manages to make it out in front of the 2 Renault drivers, and it's now just a case of him keeping the car as fast as he possibly can through the middle sectors so that he gains that extra bit of time on all the other drivers. Right now, Grimmy is actually further back than what Smithy is, so that workout that he had did not help him whatsoever, and FRT Cody has retired from the session. That is not too good. We've already got 3 non-finishers in the race today. Again, Grimmy 9702 is trying to chase down Mo. I actually think that Grimmy got damage, and that is why he had to pit. I'm assuming for a 2nd time, and he's just really struggling at the back of the pack. So that should be Grimmy's battle for first. Unfortunately nullified at the moment, as Smithy is about 30 seconds ahead of him on track at the moment. AFG Reckless decides to dive into the pits for a fresh set. He's on hard tyres. Now that's very interesting. He's taking the safer option. If he wanted to go right to the end, he would have jumped probably on the medium tyres if he was really trying to just push the car, but I wonder if he knows his setup is a little bit more intensive on the tyres, so he's got a safer bet towards the end. He's got 17 laps left on these tyres. I'm sure he'll be able to manage that on hards. As Exo right now, he's really having to hold on to that car through that sector there. But these 3 cars right now, Bird managed to get by and is just pushing United Aura for what he's worth. Just trying to see if they can make him make a mistake. As Smithy has now gained a position, as AMG Reckless obviously pitted. TTM Rally still not pitted yet, and he'll be losing time on that softer rubber. at the moment as it turns into no longer rubber. That's the best term you could probably put to it. It just turns into an ice skating rink. EXO has now only next to pass United Aura, who is currently in 8th position. EXO is going to push to see if he can make that. A TTM Rally has decided to jump into the pits. Let's see where he comes out. We'll just jump on board with AMG Reckless as he comes around at the final sector now. Let's see what happens. Is he going to get past? And he does, it would seem. TTM Rally still in the pit lane as he's just coming out, and Bird is retired. We've had an incident down at the bottom corner. I think he just couldn't get the car stopped. I do not believe there's any damage to any of the cars. But that's obviously not a good one. I might jump into his chat in a bit. Oh, there is damage. That is going to be very interesting. United Aura has got damage to his his left front end plate there. It's completely broken off. Again, we'll see how that goes down. Probably goes down like a warm cup of sick, I can imagine, as United Aura is just taking any line possible to get back to the pits at the moment, as Lord Rikaz, even though it is VSC, has decided he's going to pass, which is fair enough. United Aura right now is going to have to get back to the pits as soon as possible to get that front wing changed. So that's his push completely ruined. But right now, with all the strategy, SNRC EXO is in the top 3. I can imagine not for long as he comes into the pits. There he is. He's going to change onto probably a hard set of tires. That's his only choice right now. Can't imagine him using softs to the end. Lord Rikaz comes in as well. A lot of the drivers in that pack have decided to dive into the pits. GJ Dizzle still deciding to stay out on his older mediums. And Mo, obviously, as he had damage, he got some fresh sets, so he should be okay for a little bit. But right now, we've had 4 retirees from this Grand Prix. It's not looking good for a lot of the drivers, as SNRC Parker, we'll just jump in here, without his penalties right now, he would be in 2nd place, as the safety car is out. Full safety car, just waiting for the debris at the bottom of T1 to be removed. There's not really much to say right now, as all the drivers have just completely changed up, and I'm trying to work out where everybody is going to sit right now if the safety car comes in at the end of this lap. Kieran 140 still needs to pit, and Parker, I do believe, still needs to pit. GJ Dizzle needs to pit. EXO, Lord, the 2 Lord drivers actually need to pit still as well, I'm pretty sure. AMG Reckless currently really down the order. TTM Rally has managed to sneak back into 3rd, so I don't know what's happened there and how AMG Reckless got jumped. That's quite an interesting one for me, because I'm pretty sure we saw Rally come into the pits and how he's managed in 3rd, and I'm confused. as Parker decides to jump into the pits just as we are coming down the straight again, as I don't know why we have to have another safety car lap. One car safety lap would be fine. It would be perfectly fine to remove debris. Again, Lord Rikaz and Lord NL still need to pit, I'm assuming. So right now, their time in the points is probably numbered. AMG Reckless obviously pitting. He was in second, and TTM Rally has jumped him. So we'll see how that ends up going. Lord Rukaz. They were starting at the back, and for them to come up this far already, not counting all of the DNFs today, is pretty astounding. But obviously they do need to pit still. And they should have really done it under the safety car. They would have lost a lot less time. But SNRC EXO up in 5th at the moment on those hard tyres to the end. He's actually in a very good position right now. That safety car couldn't have come out at a better time for him. As long as he gets some warmth into those tyres, he'll be okay. Let's have a look. Has Lord Rayquaza pitted yet? He's on hard tyres. Let me just check quickly what tyre, how old his tyres are. He did pit that last lap, so he's up there with the top runners. But that pit stop has really shaken up the pack. As both Lord drivers did pit last lap. Reckless down in 7th. He's going to really have to work his way up the pack, and by battling with all these other lower pack drivers, it's going to be difficult as we are green to go. Is Smithy going to be jumped on the start by TTM Rally? TTM Rally is now pushing right down to T1. He's actually losing time, so it would assume that either Smithy has been really saving a lot of ERS, or TTM Rally just didn't have enough of it. AMG Reckless already up into 6th position. He now needs to make a move to get past GJ Dizzle now. EXO, not GJ Dizzle. Which I don't think will be a hard task for him. I'm sure Reckless will try and make it as easy as possible, and EXO will just make it 10 times harder for him, making that Alpha Tauri big boy car. Really tucking into that slipstream, trying to catch up now. Into the back straight chicane, and they're still pushing. AMG Reckless is getting under pressure right now from Lord Rukaz. He needs to get past EXO, and he does. Really nice move, so smooth, so active through there, keeping the car in check. Car is just perfect for him at the moment, keeping itself in check when he needs it to. But he's now under pressure. EXO's under pressure from Lord Rayquaza at the moment. But we're going to see a move. SNRC Jeremy, I don't know why it gave us that crappy camera angle. We missed that whole move pretty much on from Jeremy onto Lord NL, and Grimmy's now actually got past him as well, so I think there might be an issue. Grimmy's trying to keep a hold of the back end of his Red Bull. sitting nicely behind Jeremy now. He's in the slipstream. We are just over halfway through this race. We've had a few laps of safety car. We've had 4 non-finishers today already. Grimmy really trying to find a way past on those soft rubber. Speak today, Andrew. Parker is trying to find his way around Grimmy on the soft rubber as Grimmy is on mediums. 5-lap old mediums to the end. But Jeremy is out of that at the moment. Let's see where Reckless is in this case. Reckless coming round the top. Really like high-speed corner. You really do feel yourself lift through that corner. In your seat, you get pressed into the side of the car. GJ Dizzle not too far up at the moment. 2.4 seconds ahead of Reckless. Can he maintain that? That is the question. That safety car completely throwing every plan that AMG Reckless into disarray. And there, GJ Dizzle crashed. He's had an incident. And he's put it into the wall. I think he lost the back end and spun out. That has given AMG Reckless the break of a lifetime. He is now up into that position. Kieran 140 up into third at the moment. He's still in third, but he's losing time to Raleigh in front as it speaks. But again, this safety car is going to save anybody. SNRC Jim at the moment, currently in 5th position. EXO still holding on to 6th. Lord Rikaz, again, not necessarily putting too much pressure on the car, but Jim's going to pit again. Is he going to go onto soft rubber and try and see if he can push for fastest lap? That's the interesting thing GJ Dizzle has left. It's very unfortunate to see that happen. It was all going so smoothly for him. I'm going to call that commentator's curse, and I will apologise to him, because we literally were talking about him and he crashes. Again, Kieran 140 just chilling in third at the moment. He's not too in disarray right now. I think he might be a little bit out of his comfort zone between AMG Reckless and TTM Raleigh, but I'm sure he'll manage. Anything can happen in Formula 1 races. You've just got to give it a chance. It's going to be interesting. I hope that the safety car comes in this lap, because most of the debris was literally next to the wall, and if the game's got any sense, is that the marshals would have moved that within 2 laps. Yeah, AMG Reckless currently in 4th position, 4-lap old mediums. He's just I think he's going to stick it out to the end. It would be a little bit silly of him right now, as he's right there. He's within that podium's reach, and we will get that sorted out for him. Hopefully got a new development for next week. I've been working on the OBS streaming settings, and I could potentially have us a way to do our daily interviews, or not our daily interviews, our post-race interviews with our top 3 drivers. And I think right now we are in a position to say that I will be ready to do it within the next 2 weeks. So keep an eye out on the Discord, and we will have that all ready for you guys for the next, hopefully within the next month we should have it all set up and ready to go. As Kieran 140 had to pit. He's going, I don't know why he's decided to go into the pits just now, as he has still got 5 laps on his tyres before they start wearing down. But I wonder if he's just going to go on that soft rubber, because he knows everybody else is on soft rubber. And And here we go again, still waiting because the safety car has decided it's staying out for another lap. AMG Reckless is put up into third place at the moment. Parker might actually have a chance to jump him on the start with those softer rubber. But if Reckless can keep the heat in those medium tyres and just keep some scrub on them, he'll be fine. He'll manage to keep that car in a straight line. Again, he just needs to keep Parker back and keep him trying to make moves that are going to ruin his tyres right before the end. I can see those soft tyres not lasting till the end anyway and just being very close to completely degraded. You see right now, Reckless is just chilling. But right now, that is us up to 5 non-finishers in this race. We've got 13 cars left. Sochi is a cruel, cruel mistress, I do believe. So it's a difficult one for people to always get right. SNRC Smithy currently in first position. TTM Rally in second. And in third right now is AMG Reckless in his Mercedes AMG. Petronas AMG. Fast car, brum brum. All the cars just taking their time. I've still not seen anything saying safety car in this lap. I'll be a little bit annoyed again if it decides to do another lap on us, because that's one more lap of me doing nothing. I think safety car's staying out. No, he's actually gone into the pits. I just didn't see that, but we do have just under 8 laps of racing to go, and we're going to have a race down to the first corner as Smithy is under pressure from TTM Rally, but it's not much. Grimmy trying to get past his teammate Parker, but couldn't find a way past. AMG Reckless still in third place. He hasn't been put under too much pressure from Parker. I actually have a feeling that Parker was a little caught out by the start there. He would have probably had Reckless if it wasn't for that. Parker's just got the fresher tyres and the softer rubber, so he is going to be a lot faster and probably is going to get past AMG Reckless down the next straight here. All that AMG Reckless can do is try and defend for position on track. Tries to go down the outside. Really nicely covered from AMG Reckless. He put the car pretty much in the middle of the apex. There's not much action going on at the moment right now. A lot of the drivers just bouncing about. Grimmy 9702 gonna get past. Parker's going into the pits with 5-lap-old soft tires. He's realized he's made the wrong tire choice there. AMG Reckless now just holding on just a little bit more. Just holding Grimmy off for all he's worth right now. Grimmy is right on his tail. Grimmy wants that podium. He's pushing him right to the outside. I think contact was made, but not much. That would have been Grimmy's fault. Grimmy tried to look for another move down the inside there, but it wasn't working. And I've got bad connection problems again. If you give me a second, chat, we'll get that sorted out for you. and it still decided it's not going to do it. I love that. Thank you, game. Makes me really, really feel alive when you do this to me, right before the end. Hopefully I'll get that sorted for you guys. And it's still really, really poor network quality. Big dips in bandwidth at the moment. I don't know what's going on, but we'll just try and maintain throughout till the end. There we go. It looks like it's stabilized a little bit. I think I'll blame my sister for this one because she's on 2 laptops at the same time and she's told not to, so. This is atrocious. Why is the connection so bad? That's a little bit better now. Let's just hope that the game keeps trying to run a little bit better. AMG Reckless still in third right now as Grimmy is trying to chase AMG Reckless down, but there's nothing really in it. Grimmy's tires are just a bit old. Some really close racing right now as AMG Reckless is really trying to chase down TTM Rally, who's in front of him. He's going to have DRS, but TTM Rally isn't. He is 1.8 seconds down off of Smithy. Are we going to see a move down the straight? Yes, we are. Puts his car right alongside TTM Rally and stops him almost from turning in on time. That's very nicely done there from AMG Reckless. Good defensive maneuver. TTM Rally tries to get back round the outside. Is he going to have enough to try and get into the inside line? No, he doesn't. AMG Reckless up into P2. TTM Rally. Again, he's going to be under pressure from Exo very soon. As Exo's tires are in their optimum state at the moment. In a few laps time, they will start to fall off. But all those soft tire runners right now really trying to hold on. I don't know what happened to Grimmy. Grimmy's made a mistake and is now very far down the pack, it would seem. He didn't change his tires, so I'm not too sure what necessarily happened to him. I think Grimmy's just had a very poor race today after that absolutely stellar qualifying performance. Oh, TTM Rally losing it a little bit out of that last corner. That's probably going to cost him. He's not going to have enough to come down at the straight. He's very close though. And I've just realized that the game has decided it's not going to play through on my Twitch. Thank you. Okay, let's just hope that that works. And has it? No. What is going on today? I love this. We'll just put it to that screen just now and hope and pray that it comes back to life. It's not Oh, this is great. This is really great. I think the connection has just had enough, and it's decided it's not going to have any of this right now, which is really not good for me, because now I can't really do anything. You know what, we're going to go back to radio style. I'm going to tell you what's happening on the track. Let's do it. So right now, Smithy is currently in first place. He's 1.6 seconds ahead of Reckless. TTM Rally another 1.6 seconds down off of AMG Reckless at the moment. He's struggling to find that pace in his car. SNRC Jeremy up into 4th place. He is 0.46 from the back of Rally. SNRC EXO currently 0.434. And we actually, it's come back. It has definitely come back. Okay, I don't have to talk anymore. SNRC EXO currently in 5th place. He has lost that position out to Jeremy. He was in 4th. This will be one of EXO's best finishes in the racing so far in the Champions League. SNRC Mo, after having just a very treacherous and dangerous start on him, he is down in 6th at the moment, which is very good. He wasn't last by the first few laps. Bless me. Lord Ripaz is pushing right now at the back of Mo. There is not too much in it. Jeremy up into P3. Yeah, these drivers now all kind of making their moves with the softer rubber on. Only about 3 laps of racing to go. But yes, SNRC Jeremy currently running in P3 after a really, I wouldn't say the best start in his career to, well, I would say his qualifying wasn't necessarily the best performance he's put out before, but he is now up into P3 with a strategy altercation. As it stands right now, AMG Reckless is going to take a podium today. And so will SNRC Jeremy as Rally is trying to get back up there. Two more laps of racing to go. Will there be a change in the order as Reckless is now chasing down the back of Smithy? Let's see how this goes. Saying 195 miles an hour down that straight line. Reckless is still trying his best. He's trying his best to get on the back of Smithy with what he has. Smithy's just not making any mistakes. It's going to be very difficult for Reckless if he doesn't get him any closer within the next few straights. He is going to be still in 2nd at the end. SNRC Jeremy just falling a little bit behind the top 2 at the moment. As TTM Rally is still close enough to have DRS, but is he close enough to make a move? If he stays within about 0.6, he should be able to try a move down this next straight. Will he get it done though? He's now got that rear flap wide open, DRS enabled. As he's right there, bit of a lock-up on that right front. Jeremy really under pressure at the moment as they come into the final lap of racing in the next few corners. He's got 2 more DRS straights. Will he be able to make it count coming up to the line? As we look down in P8 at the moment, Kieran 140. There's just a big tussle right now for position, as TTM Rally's also under pressure from EXO07, who's going to try and push this next lap as well. We'll go all the way to that battle. We'll see all the way down the straight as EXO is trying his best. He's holding off Mo, who's now behind him. He's having a Ferrari sandwich at the moment. And he is unfortunately the middle, so he doesn't want that. Reckless, just that he's not being able to catch up any on this lap. I think it is going to stay 1 and 2 for Smithy and Reckless in that order. Jeremy still under pressure from Raleigh. Will he be able to get it done? EXO's literally right there as well. Jeremy's just not had the pace to keep up with the top two. TTM Raleigh's been running with them the whole race. Will he be able to push just that little bit more on this DRS straight? Will it get him close enough to make a move? Probably not now. This is going to be up to any mistakes that Jeremy makes. Jeremy will take a podium right now if it stays like this. This is going to be a close one, guys. We're just going to quickly just check the penalty situation. EXO has 3 seconds of penalties and Mo has 9 seconds. That's going to drop Mo really out of the points pretty much. Kieran 140, 6 seconds, and Lord NL's got 3. Grimmy's 12, and then SNRC Jim has 3. But there we go. There is your finishing order right now as all the drivers set themselves to the end. SNRC Smithy is your winner of the Russian Grand Prix round 4 of season 2 of Sunday Night Race Club. Jeremy in 3rd there. AMG Reckless takes 2nd place on the podium. Well done from him. Lord Requaz just not having enough to catch up onto Raleigh, as he knew the other 2 drivers in front of him had penalties. But from starting from the back pretty much, he's done very well to get to P5. United Aura as well in P6. SNRC EXO in P7 after not doing very well in qualifying. He started pretty much where he finished, so very well done from him. Lord NL as well there in 8th. Kieran 140 in 9th. And SNRC Mo finishes off in the points in top 10. Parker is 11th. Grimmy, after having a really bad race, is in 12th. And Jim is in 13th. Rounding off today's race at the Sochi Autodrome. I, once again, have been your host, Andrew Gatton. And I hope you really enjoyed that racing. I definitely did. It was one that I think we're going to remember for a while as being pretty chaotic. 3 safety cars, 1 VSC, 2 normals. We had 5 non-finishers in that race today as well, which didn't run very good for all the other drivers. But I'm sure a lot of people gained out of it, especially SNRC Jeremy, who's on the podium there right now. He really benefited from that strategy that he made out of it as well. So very well done to him in that Haas. It's a shame his teammate couldn't be there to join him, unfortunately not finishing the race today. But very well done once again to all the drivers in today's race. And there we are. There is all your complete standing right now. Smithy in 1st, Reckless in 2nd, Jeremy in 3rd, TTM Rally in 4th. In 5th we have Rikaz. In 6th we have United Aura. In 7th we have SNRC EXO. In 8th we have Lord NL. And in 9th we have Kieran 140. And in 10th we have SNRC Mo. That is your points finishers today. And fastest lap going to SNRC Jim, but he will not get that extra point. Unfortunately, due to him not finishing in the top 10. And there we go. There you have it. That was your race. Please let me know how you enjoyed the racing today by leaving a message in the Discord. And again, we've had a few issues today, and that's just all part of the teething process of me transferring all my streaming directly to my PC. So please do bear with me on that one. I tried to cover as much action as I could today, And even when I did have the issues, I really did try and compromise for you guys. Yeah, once again, I have been Andrew Gatton, and this has been Sunday Night Race Club, Season 2, Round 4 at the Sochi Autodrome. Thank you guys for tuning in today, and we'll see you guys next week. Good night.